Greetings and welcome back to Mama's Messages. Today is Monday. Monday is the day of the sacral chakra. The affirmation or mantra for the sacral chakra is I feel. So let's get in touch with our feelings today and see what it is that we feel that we might not be aware of. I'm going to start by pulling a fortune. Two of them came out. Let's see what we get. Your flamboyant personality will soon bring you a new hobby, and you have an unusual magnetic personality. Be aware of your polarity. So those never came out before. That's a good thing, right? It says your flamboyant personality will bring you a new hobby, and then you have an unusual magnetic personality. Just be aware of your polarity. So this is about your personality. Two fortunes came out about your personality. It says that your personality is flamboyant and it is unusually magnetic. So I feel like the caution to be aware of your polarity is saying that your personality is so magnetic, and the opposite of that could be that it gets you so much attention that you don't like it, and sometimes you just have to be aware of that so that you don't come off to people the wrong way. So we have amidst the swirl, and the message at the bottom says, in the heart of the swirl, find your calm eye. Your steady presence navigates the flow. So this is about keeping your calm while things are changing, while things are unsteady. This is about grounding in the midst of a change and being centered and aware. Okay? So things are changing for you, and this is a reminder just to be grounded while things are changing. Stay calm, stay steady, and be present and in the flow. Okay? So we have toxic. It says unhealthy, poison, delusions, and nasty behavior. So things could be changing. Maybe you could be moving away from that toxic behavior, or something around you is toxic, and that's what's causing things to change. And this is just reminding you to stay calm in the midst of it all. I wish these cards would do like the other one. Okay, so we have sing, spoken word, poetry, use your voice. So someone here might be an artist, and this is reminding you or telling you to sing or do some spoken word just to tap into your creative potential or your creative abilities. Maybe you're someone who hangs out in places where there's music or spoken word, open mic night, something like that, and the environment could be toxic and unhealthy, and it's reminding you to remain calm in that space. Ancient tree, let your relationship be like an ancient tree strong from the storms. I feel like this goes back to that first card that we pulled about the calmness in the storm or calmness amidst the swirl. Swirl reminds me of tornado. It reminds me of a tornado, but not a literal tornado, just that energy of being spun around. So we have lead the way. I feel like you have ancient knowledge and wisdom that's leading the way for you and lighting up your path. You have the presence of some ancient energy, some ancient protectors with you leading the way, moving you out of this toxic space, relationships. intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. Maybe you are moving away from some toxic relationships. You're being led away from some toxic relationships, and it's reminding you to stay calm and trust your inner navigation, which is leading the way for you. Trust this ancient wisdom that you hold. When I see trees, especially ancient trees, it just reminds me of wisdom, because trees have been here for a long time. They've been around for a long time. They've seen a lot. They hold a lot of energy. So for you to get the ancient tree card in your reading, that could be relating to you and how you've seen a lot and you hold a lot of energy. And so you're aware of toxic behavior, and you know how to remove yourself from situations that feel toxic and heavy and like a burden to you. You've moved yourself to a place where you require relationships that mirror your frequency. They mirror the energy that you hold. And another thing that I'm getting, singing and spoken word and poetry could become the new hobby that you have. Because remember that fortune that we got at the beginning. It says your flamboyant personality will soon bring you a new hobby. So the new hobby could be the singing, spoken word, and poetry, and using your voice, expressing yourself, using your throat chakra, activating your throat chakra. So we have vision, karmic rewards, and faith. This is the card of the good life and spiritual works, and it's also the card of bad habits, the seven of spades. So so you could have some bad habits that you're needing to let go of. You can have some toxic habits that you need to let go of. Why do I keep dropping these cards? But yeah, you could have some bad toxic habits that you need to let go of, and that could be the thing that is attracting people to you, relationships to you. Sometimes we attract what we are. And if you are exhibiting toxic behavior or toxic patterns or bad habits, you could be attracting people that mirror that type of behavior right back to you, right? So that's for some people, that's not for everybody. So we have the 9 of clubs, and that is graduation, guru, intellect, fulfillment of goals, family drama, family court. Court came up yesterday. So somebody can be experiencing some legal issues, some family issues, or some type of court case, and there might have been some toxic relationships in that court case. I didn't read this card. It says M Rama. I don't be knowing how to pronounce the words on these cards. And it says, where are you being called to on your journey? If you don't know the answer to that, trust yourself, because it says you light your own path. Your spirit, your higher self is leading the way for you on this path. And no matter what happens on this path, this is reminding you to remain calm and steady and trust your inner navigation. Trust where your inner navigation is leading you to. Trust the ancient wisdom that you hold to lead you to where you're going on your path. And then this last card that we have here says Scarecrow, and it's the card of protection, intellect, the threshold between life and death. And it's saying to embrace the cycles of harvest. So this could be harvest season for some people. Some things could be coming into harvest. When you see a scarecrow out in the In the field, when it lands on a, no, I'm thinking about the crow. The scarecrow is the figure that they put up to keep the crows away. But the scarecrow is there in the garden to protect, not the garden, but out in the field with the crops, is there to protect the crops, right? So this is letting you know that you are protected. Protection comes up a lot in these readings. So if you're somebody that watches my readings, then you're a person who is heavily protected. You have ancient guardians and guides around you all the time, protecting you and leading the way, or helping you by assisting your higher self with leading the way for you, right? So this is asking you to, number one, acknowledge where you're being called to on your journey. Number two is saying that there's something toxic, some type of bad habits here that may need to be let go of, because it could be attracting the wrong type of relationships around you. We also have here that you have a new hobby that could involve singing, spoken word, poetry, and using your voice. We have the fulfillment of goals. So some type of goal that you've been working on is coming into fruition, is bringing you fulfillment. We have karmic rewards here. So there's some type of karmic reward coming into your life. Just because you are who you are, there does not have to be a rhyme or reason for it. You just receiving this karmic reward because you are who you are and you've done the work. Maybe you've done the work to remove yourself, or remove yourself from toxic spaces, or remove toxic habits from your life. Maybe you've done the work to do that and you're receiving a karmic reward. Maybe this karmic reward is something that's in your bloodline, is being passed down to you because you've been the one that has enlightened or been awakened, and your path has been illuminated. You are the illuminated one. Okay. This seemed like a simple cut and dry message today. I'm not going to go any further. If you were able to find something here that resonated, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. I love you.